So, hi, Joe. Thanks very much for being with us today. So, today is a big day. It's the release of the first single of the upcoming album. It's the release of Rise. People can get it, stream it, download it on Bandcamp. So, I'm going to add, of course, with this post, the direct link. And so, yeah,
I
happy to
need
see
to
you.
I need to post it. I need to post it too. I don't did I
Sure.
post it yet? I don't think I did. I'm excited, man. Thank you, Ben, for doing this interview and for putting out the single and
My pleasure.
for basically re-engaging my musical life. And I really appreciate it. So yeah, I'm just very grateful for the whole thing. Thank you.
Oh, no worries. I'm very happy about it. And on the label, my collaborators, we're all very happy.
Okay, great.
You cannot be with me today. There's my longtime friend Benoit Gisler. I'm saying hi to him. We've been fan of you for more than 20 years. We saw you at the Frisson in 2002. You played with this looper, and my friend Benoit, his name is also Benoit. What he did when entering home, he went to eBay and ordered one. And me, I waited a little bit, but you know what I mean. So we're all very happy, and also Roger. Hi, Roger is helping. Is collaborating with me for the booking. He's been a fan also for more than 20 years. I didn't know him at the time, but we were all happy, so it's great. Yeah. So maybe let's talk a
Well,
little bit about
that's
this song,
awesome.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So first about maybe the inspiration. What's the inspiration of it to about the lyrics and stuff?
Um, Well, I think like I wrote it right around the time Neil Peart died. You know, from the drummer from Rush. I was
Yeah,
a big
yeah.
Rush. I was a big Rush fan when I was a kid, and the
Mm.
album Hemispheres was one of my favorites. So like, there's like rise through. Now I can't even remember the lyrics, but run through the hemispheres and learn to live your dreams. Uh, rise when you see the skies, or rise when you see their eyes, and then you make the scene. Run through the hemispheres and learn to live your dream. So it was kind of like I was kind of writing it in tribute to Neil Peart. You know what I mean? And
Sure.
just like
Yeah.
it's a feeling, sort of epic feeling of life and how magical and special it is, but how sometimes you don't really recognize how incredible it is until it's gone. So
Yeah, sure.
to me, like sort of that was the feeling I was having when I wrote the song. So I was maybe trying to put that feeling across, and it was in response to finding out Neil Peart passed away.
Oh, great. Okay. And so what
Yeah.
about recording? You recorded here in this very same room or
No,
in
I
the
mean I
studio?
recorded it with all this same equipment, but I recorded it in the East Village on 10th Street. I used to live on 169 Avenue A, right on the
Okay.
corner of Avenue, right on the corner of Avenue A and 10th Street. And there was a kava bar right around the corner from me. I would go to the kava bar all the time and
Okay.
uh, get rooted. That's what we call it, rooted on kava, which is like a root drink that kind of is intoxicating, but not
Mhm.
like alcohol. And I would go there and drink that, and then I'd go home and record a lot. So that's kind of what I did for like a year, basically. That's
Okay.
kind of what I did while I was recording this whole album. You know,
Yeah.
so it was all mostly it was recorded in the East Village.
Okay, yeah. And
Yeah,
especially on Rise and also the movies you're gonna play. You told
yeah,
me there's G. Smith playing guitar on it, right?
that's right. Yeah, he. Um, I don't know how. Well, yeah. God bless G.E. Smith, but he played on a lot of the songs. Played guitar. I went up to his place in the Hamptons, and he recorded.
Oh, nice place to record. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what's great about modern recording stuff is you can just bring your little laptop and your recording gear anywhere. You know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I set up a studio just about every time I go to a hotel. Should I turn my mic up a little bit? Check one two. Yo.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How did you meet the guy, by the way?
Through my podcast, through the podcast I did with Ehud called "Come to Where I'm From." So
Okay.
there's lots of episodes. There's like 100 or so episodes, and
Yeah, I've seen there
that's
many, and it's
yeah,
all
that
online. People can watch them.
they're all available still on YouTube, and I mean that was like one of the things that kind of went away when I started speaking out about what my feelings about what was going on in the world. A lot of changes in my life occurred at that point, and that was one of them. But um, I'm starting to do a radio show now for this radio station called TNT Radio out of Australia. I do Saturdays in the afternoon, and I interview people. And I think once we move to Arizona, we're planning on moving to Arizona soon. I'm gonna start doing that 5 days a week. That's the idea.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I've become a DJ, like talk radio. Did you ever see
Okay.
the movie Pump Up the Volume or Talk Radio?
I heard of the names, but I haven't seen the movie.
You should watch those. Christian Slater in Pump Up the Volume. It's
All right.
about a pirate radio, and he like makes his classmates go crazy because he's such a good DJ
Okay.
or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and about right. So you played all the other instruments, right? So
Yeah. I mean,
bass, guitar, drums,
yeah,
keyboards.
I played bass guitar, drums, keyboards, Moog. Yeah. I make records like that a lot where I play everything. I don't it's not my preferred way of making records, but it's a cost effective way, and it's
Yeah, it
something
fast.
it's like you just make tracks and then you end up layering them up, and ideally you go to a studio and you work with other people, but lately that hasn't been the case.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean nowadays with all the equipment we can have at home, it's good as well. I mean, I see your mic here. I think it's Neumann, right? Vintage
It's
Neumann.
an it's called a Wonder, which is like it's a fantastic mic. It's supposed to be like a U
47.
47. Thank you. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, but it's like it's called Wonder, spelled Wunder, and it's my forever mic.
yeah.
This is my main mic, and I have some other nice ones. I got this one. This is cool. This is a Russian mic.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I have two of these, and these are like
That Octava or
I take these on the road, and these are like condenser mics. They're nice, but they're Russian. They're really ugly. I like them because they're ugly, and they're just like, but they're also really good. They sound great, and they're not crazy expensive, and they're just bulletproof. So
oh great.
people should look for music. Music people should get those. Get a pair of those.
Great.
Those are great.
Great, great.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, and you know the single, there's a B-side, it's called American Nights. Do you want to talk a little bit about this song?
Yeah. Well, that's one of my favorites. Um, And I just love the line. This was before the pandemic. I wrote this song, and it was American Night, American Night. They bit the head off the bat of the left and the right. That line came to me, and I was like, "That's fantastic!" Like to me, I just like it was one of the favorite lines I ever wrote or popped into my head. However that process goes. I just love it because one, I'm a longtime Ozzy fan, so it's like it has a kind of an Ozzy Osbourne reference. They bit the head off the bat of the left and the right, like, but also just it was really more just all the political turmoil pre the pandemic, and how that's gone insane. To me, it was a visual way of representing the insanity of what was happening. But
Okay.
but but then I, I wrote that before the whole narrative of the bat and the wet market coming out, and being the cause of the pandemic.
And sometimes there are universal themes, like you write them before, because actually the humankind didn't change that much after all these centuries, kind of. You know what I
Right. Well,
mean?
yeah, yeah. Or you tap into the collective consciousness or something. Or also, I think music and songs they predict the future all the time. They just do. I think I've heard other artists talk about that, and I definitely have experienced that in my own life. They could also be powerful tools of manifestation. So it could also be that you're manifesting things by singing them or creating melodies inside of words and thoughts and ideas. But
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I don't think I manifested the whole bat narrative, but like, I do think it's interesting that I had a song that said American Night, American Night. They bit the head off the bat of the left and the right. I mean, before that whole thing came out,
Mm.
that's pretty wild, if you ask me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so maybe
Yeah.
maybe a last question because time flies. But today we revealed also the cover, the painting you did for Rise. Can you tell us a little bit about this painting? When did you paint it? What you had in mind? Or
Um, I don't know. I mean, I have hundreds and hundreds of paintings in my house, and it's the one that I have in my bedroom, and I love that painting. I've posted it a few times, and it's never like sold or anything, but it's just like, I don't know. I love it. It's one of my favorite paintings. So when you said, "Hey, can you come up with a cover?" I
hmm,
just took a photo of that and used that as the cover. So and you
all
liked
right,
it, and it seems to go. It seems to go. I just think. Yeah, I think the artwork for this record should all be paintings because I think I
yeah,
did a photo of on the last one. So I like to like go back and forth a little
yeah.
bit. I don't like to do photos every
Uh,
time,
I think
and I
it,
don't like to
it's
do
perfect.
paintings every time either. I think it's good to like go back and forth a little bit with the
Sure.
imagery.
Yeah,
But yeah, but it's time for paintings now, and I think that's a good way to go. It's pretty easy because, like I said, I have a lot. And plus, I've been doing lots on in the iPad, lots of digital paintings. So to prepare for launching some NFTs, which I'm super into as well.
hmm, great. Yeah, I think the painting goes really well with the song because there's kind of an angel with wings.
With a wing, yeah,
Yeah, and, at the center and Rise. I mean, it's totally that. So when you
yeah,
did it to me, I thought, yeah, it's perfect. I mean, rising, the wings
yeah,
up, and all the symbolic of it. So
yeah,
yeah, it's great.
yeah, and I like that as the album title as well. Rise. I think that's a
Yeah,
really cool
it's a very
one.
positive title, and I think we
Yeah,
need
it's just
positive
it's
titles
awesome.
now.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like one word. It's strong. It's also kind of like it speaks on to me. Humanity's gone through a lot, and um, it needs to rise now.
Sure.
And it's like, and plus, I think we need to rise against tyrannical forces as well. But also, we just need to rise in our personal lives. We need to overcome a lot of the attacks we've been under. Whether you
Well,
believe that those
it can
attacks,
mean a lot of things for people, I
yeah,
guess.
that's right. Yeah, yeah,
Writing, in terms of a journal thing, it's
right.
wishing people well, I guess, right? With this title, it's
Yeah, I
like
like it.
rise, people, be well.
Yeah, it's wishing you well.
Hmm,
It's wishing myself well. It's wishing everybody well. Yeah.
great,
It's
great.
wi- it's wishing you well, Ben.
Thanks. I think yeah, it could be a nice way to end the interview, like wishing everybody's well.
We wish you
And
well. God
thanks
bless
a
you.
lot. So
Thank you.
we're gonna listen to you now. We're gonna play Rise, and then you're gonna play another song that's gonna be on the
Yeah.
album. It's called The
The
Movie.
movie the movies, this is my favorite I think that I've written in a long time. The movies, it references Lauren Bacall and Humphrey Bogart,
Oh,
um,
great.
amongst other old Hollywood luminaries. So I think it's something about it has that magic to it. I wanted to add, like, I think if people buy the single, they're helping us to put the record out too, right? They're
Yeah, totally.
helping the cause of us promoting the record and getting it out there in the independent style.
There's
So
also the
keep
live record.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Live. We didn't mention that, so that's a good one to mention.
Yeah,
Live from Eddie's Attic in Atlanta, or actually Decatur, but it's considered Atlanta, Georgia. Um, and that helps promote the record because the funds that we make from the proceeds that come from that live album are going to be repurposed in promoting the new record
yeah,
and
exactly.
just what we need to do. So just keep that in mind if you do want to help contribute That is the way to do it. So thank you, everybody, and thanks
And I
for
chose them
yeah.
because I thought they were really good songs and a good live performance. So it's also a gift for the fans
Thank you,
for
thank you.
for following you through the years and stuff. So yeah.
Through the good times and the bad times, but the best times are up ahead.
Yes.
Hey, that's a good line. Through the good
Yeah, it
times
is.
and the bad times, but the best times are up ahead. I like that. I'm
Good.
gonna write that now. All right.
Yeah, sure. So yes, you have a good day, have a good weekend, and happy release day.
Thanks, Ben.
Thanks. Bye bye.
Bye. Always try to look around for a smile. 'Cause maybe it'll come around. Maybe it'll come around. Maybe it'll come around. We can see over, we can see past, we can see forever, but can we make it last? We can go under, but we can be brave, holding our hearts up, trying to find someone to save. Rise when you hear the cries, and then you make the scene. Run through the hemispheres and learn to live your dream. Rise when you hear the cries, and then you make the scene. Run through the hemispheres and learn to live your dream. We can bear witness, we can be strong, past this isolation, and nowhere left to belong. We can rejoice the fears that we had, as we're much more open to the ways we've been had and we've been had. Rise when you hear the cries, and then you make the scene. Run through the hemispheres and learn to live your dreams. I can see right through it. Maybe it's not there at all. But I wish I could hear you. I guess it's too late to call. But I could take you out dancing. We could find another dream. We could go to the movies and then jump up on the screen. I'll be Bogart, you'll be Bacall. We'll cast their shadows on our bedroom wall. So much left to see. I'll be Curtis, you'll be Monroe. Flashes will follow us wherever we go. So much left to see. 'Cause I can see the light flashing through the moving film. The time is hard enough to capture, along with every little thrill. Yeah. But I could take you out dancing. We could find another dream. We could go to the movies and then jump up on the screen. I'll be Bogart, you be Bacall. We'll cast the shadows on a bedroom wall. So much left to see. I'll be Gable, you'll be Lee. Gone with the wind and we'll never see. So much left to see. I'll be Stewart, you'll be Reed. It's a wonderful life beyond the need. And there's so much left to see.